Tonight I will be creating a look using all the new products that I got from the RiRi Hearts Matte collection. So if you want to know how to recreate this look, then keep on watching. I already have an eyelid primer as a base for my eyeshadow, and I'm going to go in with this palette, and I'm going to use this light shade right here, and we're going to use this as a brow highlight. And it has almost like a peachy undertone, but it's perfect for kind of a neutral highlight. It goes with a lot of colors, and it has more of a satin finish. I'm going to use this golden shimmer eyeshadow as a base in our crease, so I'm just going to take a fluffy angled brush, start at my socket, and then work my way up with this shadow. And this is just going to be a golden base that we're going to build on top of. So this will be our transition color from our smoky shadows to our brow highlight. I'm just going to add a little bit of warmth to my crease, so I'm going to use this eyeshadow from MAC, and this is called Texture. And I'm going to use an angled fluffy brush and just focus this shadow right in the socket. And I'm just going to bring the shadow back and forth across my lid right in the socket area and blend up just a little bit. And with that same eyeshadow, I'm just going to sweep it under my lower lashes. I'm going to make this shadow the main color on my lid, so this is the lightest shadow out of the two on the bottom of the palette. And I'm just going to take a basic flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to pack this shadow right on my lower lid, so in the inner corner and towards the center of my lid. I'm not going to put too much product there because I will be using a darker shadow in the outer corner to smoke it up. So just make sure you pack this shadow on so it's really intense and vibrant. I'm going to define my socket a little bit more before I start smoking out my look, so I'm just going to take a deeper warm brown. This is another shade from MAC. I'm not quite sure what color it is, but if I remember, I'll list it below. And I'm just going to put this right in my socket. And I like to use matte shades in my crease because it adds more definition and it doesn't reflect as much light, so it creates more depth right in your socket. I'm going to intensify my look by adding the darkest shade that's in here, and I'm just going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to focus this product right in the outer corner and just start to bring it across my lid. And this is going to help smoke up the eye. And then also take that same shadow and smudge it under your lower lash line. One of my favorite things to do is layering eyeshadows, so I'm going to take Espresso eyeshadow from MAC and I'm just going to sweep this in my crease. So we're just building and intensifying colors just by layering them. Another trick that I like to do is to intensify my lashes and make them look a little bit thicker is by adding a little bit of a black eyeshadow on the outer corner of my lower lashes, so probably like the outer fourth or halfway, and then also a little bit on the top of the lash line, just in the outer corner. Now go ahead and do any winged liner that you want, and I just used a gel liner and just winged it out right in the outer corner. If you want to know how I did this, there will be a link in the description box. So I just added a few coats of MAC mascara and then my favorite pair of lashes in the whole wide world, which is the Miss Adoro 423s. Okay, so now that the eyes are done and I really like how they turned out, we're going to finish the rest of the look. And I'm going to use a lot more products that came in the collection. So I'm going to start off by doing my bronzer, and I'm going to use this Hibiscus Kiss powder blush. So I'm going to actually use this for a little bit on the outside of the face just to warm it up. And then I'll go ahead and contour a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to use the blush that came in this collection. I was really excited to try it. This will be my first time actually putting it on, and this is called Bad Girl Gone Good. And it just looks like a really pretty warm tone blush, but it can almost go with any single look that you're doing. It's almost like a neutral, but I don't know, I think it would look great with any skin tone based on like how much you use, so you can easily build it. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this on and we'll see how it turns out. So after putting this blush on, it's totally amazing, and it looks, I don't know, I totally love how it turned out, and I don't know, it's really pretty. I can't get over it. So it's a great blush for fall, and you have to get this if you're trying to figure out what to get in the collection. You have to get the blush. This blush is totally bomb.com. So if you feel like your cheeks aren't vibrant enough, I'm just going to take a little bit of this color down here, pat my blush brush in there, and then lightly dab it on the apples of my cheeks. Just super soft. Okay, so I'm going to use this Diamonds Frost Cream Color Base, and actually, to be honest, before I even saw this in person, I thought it was a powder, but it's totally a cream. Obviously, I didn't do my research that great, so I'm really excited to try this. I'm just going to tap this on the apples of my cheeks for a little glow, but this stuff is amazing. It looks so pretty. It would be great for a base, obviously, because that's what it is, but as a cheek highlight, a little bit of everything, wherever you want to glow, so this stuff is like last but not least, we're going to do my favorite part, and that is the lips. And I've been dying to try this lip liner and lipstick. Once I saw it, I knew I had to get it. So I haven't tried it on yet. This will be my first time. But I'm going to use Talk That Talk lip liner, and then also Talk That Talk lipstick, which is a beautiful dark vampy purple. But it actually, when I swatched it on my hand, it doesn't look as dark as it does like just by itself. So we'll kind of see how it turns out. And kind of anxious and excited, so we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so it looks like a hot mess right now, but I just lined underneath and then also filled in the outer corners a little bit. If you want this look to be a little bit more intense, you can literally like line your whole entire lip and then put the lipstick on top, but I kind of like a fading effect, so just fill in the outer corners a little bit with the liner. So because this lipstick is so matte, you really kind of have to build up the color. It comes off like a little bit on the sheer side for a dark color, so you kind of have to do a couple layers to make it as intense as this. But I totally like the color, especially because it's matte. It makes it like super vampy, and I don't know, I just love dark vampy lips for fall, and I normally don't do a matte one, so I'm kind of digging the matte. Yeah, so I like it. Before I wrap this video up, I just want to let you guys know that I will be doing a blog post with all the swatches and pictures of all the products that I purchased from this collection. So there will be a link down in the description box on where you can find that. So that's the end of my RiRi Hearts MAC tutorial, and I was really excited to do this look, and I was dying to get my hands on all these products. It did hurt me a lot buying so much, but you know, it was totally worth it, and I know this collection is going to be one of the most popular ones this year. So I don't know, the packaging and everything's amazing, and I love pretty much everything overall. I think my favorite has to be the Talk That Talk lipstick, and then also the blush. The blush is to die for, so you have to get the blush, and that is Bad Girl Gone Good blush. So that's it, and if you have any questions, please leave me a comment below, and if you want me to do a tutorial with the other eyeshadow palette, just let me know, and I'll try to get to it, but that's it, and I will see you guys in the next video.